Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in today. My name is Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. I'm coming to you live, from Schlunt's Gym on the campus of Brookline High School in Brookline, Massachusetts. Here to bring you live coverage of today's high school varsity boys volleyball matchup between the visiting Rockets of Needham High School and the hosting Brookline High Warriors. Pardon me, folks, bit of a tickle in my throat, I think left over from all the screaming I was doing at the thrilling JV match between these two schools that just finished up. Any of you who watched that one, you know what an amazing match it was. Went to 3 sets in the best of 3 match, and the third set went down to a win by 2 situation. Needham ultimately getting the win 26-24 in that third and final set. And so if that is anything to go on, this could be a very thrilling match here today. I mean, it's Bay State Conference volleyball. You really can't ask for much better here in the state of Massachusetts, the birth state of volleyball. As fun fact, this great sport was invented in Holyoke, actually. That's where the Volleyball Hall of Fame actually is. But the Bay State Conference, particularly teams like Needham and Brookline and Newton North and Natick, all very strong squads, always near the top of the rankings, always big-time playoff contenders. And this year projects no different, as the Boston Globe preseason poll had all 4 of those teams in the top 4 of their preseason rankings. And it's going to be interesting to see how they play out. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Needham has a long history of dominance in the post-pandemic era. They have gone to every MIAA Division I state final since the turn of the decade, winning the title in 2021, 22, and 23, and coming up just 1 set short of the four-peat last year, as they lost in 5 sets to the champion Newton North. Brookline, meanwhile, last year they were eliminated in the round of 8 by this Needham team in 4 sets, 3-1. But that 1 set that Brookline won was actually the first set that Brookline had won against Natick in something like 10+ years. So Brookline showing improvements in a lot of big ways. Or no, it was their first set they'd taken off Needham in like 10 odd years. As Needham has just been such a powerhouse in this sport, but Brookline has been very respectable and competitive in their own right, and so it's going to be interesting to see how these teams play out this one. Brookline coming into this match with a perfect 4-0 record. They swept all of their first 3 matches in 3 straight sets, defeating Boston Latin Academy, Framingham, and getting a big signature win against Natick last week. Before, most recently, earlier this week, they defeated Wellesley 3-1 as they lost their first set of the year. So, you know, technically speaking, they are coming off their worst match of the year so far. But they're hoping to collect another big signature win here. Needham, meanwhile, trying to bounce back, as they also started off the season 4-0 with sweep wins over St. John's Prep, New Bedford, and Milton, with a 3-1 win over Natick sandwiched in there. But on Tuesday, Needham actually suffered their first loss, falling to Newton North once again, this time in 4 sets, 3-1. So Needham trying to get back in the win column after a tough loss to the team that bested them in the finals, and Brookline trying to get some payback of their own against the team that eliminated them in in last year's playoffs. Pardon me a second, folks. I'm just entering some rosters here. All right, we've got full rosters in for both teams. And so let's go over those rosters as we prepare for this one to get underway. We'll start with the visitors from Needham. Going in order of jersey number for the Rockets, first off we have a senior number 1, Ben Vu. Next, another senior number 3, Nico Viazzoli. Another senior number 4, Jeremy Smith. Senior number 6, Andrew Kurdziel. A senior number 7, Nathaniel Ross. A senior number 9, Jackson Agna. A junior number 10, Landon Liu. A junior number 11, Tyler Goldberg. A junior number 13, Ben Marino. A senior number 14, Will McDonald. A junior number 15, Luke Vivaldi. A junior number 20, Sam Huntington. A junior number 21, Thomas Klein. A junior number 22, Matt Clunan. A junior number 23, David Vulik. A junior number 25, Will Rosman. A sophomore number 30, Max Cooper. And a freshman number 34, Ethan Lee. That's the roster for Needham. As you can see, a roster chock full of upperclassmen, just 2 underclassmen on that roster, and they were both playing in the JV match that we just saw. So Needham's roster really dominated by juniors and seniors. But now let's go over the roster for the hosting Brookline High Warriors. Going in order of jersey number for Brookline, first off we have a senior captain number 1, Kristaps Vivars. Next, a junior number 2, Noah Martin. A sophomore number 3, Kais Al-Fakuri. A senior number 5, Alon Ingerman. A senior number 7, Andrew Bacon. A junior number 11, Christoph Huang. A senior number 12, Connor Christopher. A senior number 17, Adam Lamb. A junior number 18, Zach Spencer. A junior captain number 19, Alec Smagula. A sophomore number 20, Luca Galucci. A junior number 21, Amir Tomer. A junior number 23, Flynn Gumpel. A freshman number 24, Will Kiger. A junior number 26, Sebi Levy. A sophomore number 50, Jacob Lamb. And a junior number 99, Liam Raybold. Head coach of the Brookline High boys volleyball team is Lexi De La Cruz, with assistant coaches Justin Suhu, Julian Vesneski, and Greg Detweiler. Two teams getting ready for ceremonial pregame handshake as we get ready to get this one underway. Once again, thank you all for tuning in today. If you know of any Brookline fans that you think might want to watch this one, then I encourage you to send them the stream link. These streams are unlisted to prevent other teams from seeing the film here. So if you know someone who wants to watch it, you got to send them the link so they can have it. And of course, as always, I encourage audience participation in the live chat. The teams getting ready for this one. Two very different teams from last year. Brookline graduated Eli Traub, Rowan Miller, Zach Boyer, Anuj Majumdar, and Odin Hiltz. And Needham graduated Sam Peljevich, Luke Lawrence, Owen Ching, Avery Kalish, Dylan Carroll, Brian Clunan, Devin Delamargio, Sean Reyes. And yeah, that was the senior class of 2024 for Needham. Included a lot of captains and a lot of top hitters that they are trying to replace now. Starting lineups out on the floor for both squads. For Brookline, we see a group featuring Liam Raybold, Kristaps Vivars, Alec Smagula, Amir Tomer, Luca Galucci, and Kais Alfakuri. One of them will be subbed out for the libero, Andrew Bacon. For Needham, we see number 6, Andrew Kurdziel, number 3, Nico Viazzoli, number 22, Matt Clunan, number 7, Nathaniel Ross, number 4, Jeremy Smith, who is going to sub out for the libero, number 11, Tyler Goldberg, and lastly, number 1, Ben Vu. And meanwhile, Bacon subs in for Galucci for Brookline. Needham will have the first serve here in this first set of this best-of-5 match. First to 3 sets wins. First to 25, win by 2 to win the set. Brookline versus Needham. Here we go. Vu, the serve, taken by Bacon, set by Smagula. Spike Vivars to start us off. Brookline wasting no time bringing the hammer down. Kristaps Vivars from Alex Smagula for the first point of this match. Now the serve from Smagula goes into the net. And so Needham gets it right back on the service error. It'll be Kurdziel going on serve for the Rockets, or no, he won't be going on serve. He'll be subbing out for number 23, David Vulik, who will go on serve for the Rockets. Vulik's serve received by Tomer, set by Smagula. Alfakuri gets the kill. Needing to readjust his body, he still manages to get the proper trajectory for his first kill of the day as Smagula collects his second assist. Brookline up 2-1 as they go back on serve. It'll be Vivars sending it over. But he sends it too far over. He sends it long. Brookline with back-to-back service errors, and they've got to get that under control if they want to compete in this one. If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Volleyball is designed in a way that you have to get your serves in because you have to win service points. You can't win a match just off winning receiving points. Doesn't work that way. 2-2 as number 15, Luke Vivaldi, on serve for the Rockets. This serve received by Vivars, set awkwardly by Smagula, punched over by Raybold, received by Vu, set Vivaldi. Smith pushes it over, but dug out by Smagula. Bumped up by Bacon. Alfakuri the long spike, and he misses it wide. Brookline suffering from some mistakes early as Needham takes advantage with a 3-2 lead. Vivaldi back on serve. This one received by Vivars, set by Smagula. Alfakuri, the spike deflected and taken by Goldberg. set by Vivaldi. This spike misses wide from Matt Clunan. And we're tied up at 3. Liam Raybold on serve for Brookline as Gallucci checks back in for Bacon. Raybold serve, dug out by Goldberg, set by Vivaldi. Smith taps it down. Fantastic body control through the air by Jeremy Smith. And really great hang time there and great reach off the fingertips for the tap kill there. That's the thing, when these teams are humming, you're going to see some of the best volleyball execution that you can see at this high school level. 4-3. On serve, I think it's number 10, Landon Liu. Liu's serve, taken by Vaivars, set by Smagula. Gallucci sends it right down. Luca Gallucci really carving out a significant role for himself this season as one of the team's primary middle blockers as he gets a nice kill there. Now Kais Alfakuri on serve for the Warriors. Serve taken by Goldberg, set by Vivaldi. Vu, the spike, could not be dug out. Ben Vu with his first kill. This serve off the net cord and an ace for Goldberg. Six to 4, the Needham lead. This serve received by Tomer, chased down by Smagula. Roll shot Tomer, chased down by Liu, followed up by Vivaldi, bumped over by Vu. Received by Alfakuri, set by Smagula, tap over by Tomer, deflected, chased down by Vivaldi, set by Goldberg, close to the net, and they couldn't get it over. I'm not sure if it was blocked down or what, but Brookline gets the point. I want to see the replay on that one. I want to see what happened here. It was a very close second hit to the net and tapped down by Smagula, I believe it was, as that spike, that serve launched long by Tomer. Might have to double check that point again. I'm not sure if that was Smagula. I think it was Smagula who tapped that one down, I'm pretty sure. 7-5, the Needham lead. Serve, received by Bacon, awkwardly followed up by Smagula, and Vaivars' third hit goes off the pole. Not quite a full ace, but still, that point, the product of a strong serve from Nathaniel Ross, number 7 for the Rockets. Serve received by Tomer, set by Smagula, tapped down by Gallucci, but dug out by Ross, set by Goldberg. Vu, the spike, couldn't get it over. You can see some of the struggles Needham's having when they're not able to get their primary setter, Vivaldi, to set up their spikes. Now Bacon on serve. Dug out by Goldberg, close to the net, but tapped by Ross, but missed, but then sent over by Vu. Received by Alfakuri, set by Smagula. Spike Vaivars. Kristaps Vaivars fires the cannon again for his second kill of the day. Smagula, his 4th assist. 1-point game here in the first set. Bacon serve, taken by Goldberg, set by Ross. Vu, the spike, blocked back, but blocked wide as Ben Vu gets the kill off the assist from Ross. Second kill of the day for Ben Vu, first assist for Ross. 9-7 Needham leads as Vu goes on serve. Serve taken by Tomer, set by Smagula. Vaivars, the spike is blocked by Kurdziel. Huge block from the senior Andrew Kurdziel, as Needham now leads by 3. This serve received by Bacon, close to the net and tapped back down. It's Kurdziel again, this time with the kill. And a timeout called by Brookline as Needham starting to generate some momentum here. We got our first notes in the live chat from Bawani GD saying hello and saying yo, that's me, because I do believe that Bawani is one of our graduates. I keep forgetting, but I'm guessing here, but I think Bawani is Rowan Miller. But Needham with 3 unanswered points here. Some strong efforts from Andrew Kurdziel have got them up by 4. Vu back on serve out of the timeout. And he sends it into the net. You know, sometimes you call a timeout and you just throw a server off his rhythm, and you can get lucky and get a free point out of it. 11-8, Smagula's serve. Barely dug out by Needham, and Goldberg bumps it over. Taken by Bacon, set by Smagula. The spike from Raybold misses. No, it was deflected. They switched the call as Raybold got the deflection off the middle hitter. I think you could see the movement of the hand of the blockers there, the movement of the fingers on that replay. Smagula's serve received by Clunan, set by Ross. The spike deflected, dug out by Tomer, chased down by Smagula, and barely bumped over by Tomer after the ceiling interference. Now set by Ross for Kurdziel. Diving dig by Smagula, sends it over on 1. Taken by Ross, bumped up by Goldberg. Clunan, the spike misses wide. How about the defensive effort of the Warriors, particularly from Smagula and Tomer, just trying to get that ball over the net and stay in the point long enough for their opponent to make a mistake. Some big points from Brookline out of this timeout. They cut the lead down to 1. Smagula's serve dug out by Goldberg, sent over on 2 by Ross. Diving dig by Smagula, but Bacon wasn't ready to follow that one up. And it's an on-2 kill for Nathaniel Ross. As Needham takes the 12-10 lead. Now Kurdziel on serve for the Rockets. Taken by Bacon, set by Smagula. Vivars, the spike, missed it wide. Was trying to get it over the blockers and just had a little too much lift on it and not enough top spin to drop it in. Kurdziel's serve received by Bacon, set by Smagula. Tomer, the spike from the back. Hand to hardwood. What a laser from Amir Tomer for his first kill of the day. Smagula, his 6th assist. Vivars, the serve, received by Goldberg, set by Ross. Smith, the spike deflected, and Bacon sent it back, and he landed in! Needham opted to watch that one. It looked like it was going to go wide, but instead, Andrew Bacon going to get the defensive kill there. Back to a 1-point game here in the first set. Vivars, the serve, received by Goldberg, set by Ross, punched over but blocked back. Liam Raybold with the block. Great coverage there by the Brookline blockers as they tied up at 13. Serve received by Goldberg, set by Ross. This spike sails long, and Brookline takes the lead. Will Rosman was trying to send that one down the line and just, again, had a little too much lift on it. And a timeout now called by Needham as Brookline reversing the momentum. And Bowani confirming his identity in the live chat that it is indeed Rowan Miller. Thanks so much for tuning in, Rowan, and thank you for tuning into the JV live stream as well. Hope you've been enjoying the broadcast so far, and I hope the post-high school life is treating you well. So Brookline executing well, but also just the defensive hustle has really been a big turning point for Brookline. Great defensive plays from guys like Amir Tomer, Alex Smagula, and Andrew Bacon have allowed them to put this point streak together. Vivars, the serve, received by Goldberg, set by Ross, Spike Smith blocked back, but Needham keeps it alive and sends it over, but it's spiked right back by Raybold. Liam Raybold asserting himself in the middle, the initial block, and then after Needham miraculously gets it back, he stays on the attack and gets his second kill of the day. Vivars' serve, received by Goldberg, set by Ross. Vu the spike, sails it long. Brookline really starting to generate momentum here, as I think they've got like 6 unanswered points now, going from a 13-10 deficit to a 16-13 lead. Vivars' serve taken by Goldberg, set by Ross. Clunan the spike, could not be dug out. Clunan from Ross on that one. First kill for Clunan. Second assist for Ross. As Luke Vivaldi subs back in at the setter position. And will be taking the serve as, whoops, a ball got loose there. Needham trying to answer back after Brookline's strong run there. Serve received by Vivars, set by Smagula out of the middle. Raybold misses wide. Was trying to pull that spike to the left side and just pulled it a little too much. You know, good idea, bad execution. Serve received by Bacon, set by Smagula. Tomer taps it down, taken by Vivaldi, bumped up by Vu, bumped over by Smith. Received by Vivars, set by Smagula. Spike blocked, but recovered by Vivars, set by Smagula. Tomer the spike deflected, chased down by Vu, followed up by Vivaldi. Spiked by Clunan, dug out by Vivars, chased down by Smagula. Spike Tomer! How do these teams put these sequences together? Both teams putting together sequences that they had no right executing on, but Brookline gets the last one as Tomer collects his second kill, with Smagula getting his 7th assist. Serve received by Clunan off the ceiling. It's followed up by Smith and bumped over by Vu. Received by Alfakuri, set by Smagula. Spike Gallucci blocked, recovered by Raybold, but they couldn't follow it up. The block by Jeremy Smith there cuts the Brookline lead back down to 1. 17-16, still anyone's set here as we start to enter the later stages of this first set. Landon Liu back on serve. Taken by Vivars, bumped up by Smagula. Alfakuri the roll shot, diving dig by Goldberg. Set by Vivaldi. Vu the spike deflected, followed up by Tomer, set by Smagula. Long spike, Vivars! Great hustle by Brookline. The follow-up to that first hit from Tomer really set them in sequence as Vivars from Smagula. Again, 8 assists for Smagula, 3 kills for Vivars. Serve now from Alfakuri, received by Liu, set by Vivaldi. The spike blocked. Amir Tomer with the block that time. And a thunderous rejection to generate some momentum for Brookline as they go back up by 3. And Needham calls timeout once again. Got a couple more notes in the live chat. Rowan Miller letting me know, as I actually can now see, now that I look, that Eli Trubb and Odin Hiltz in attendance on the bench there with Brookline as some assistants to the coaches. D. Webb in the live chat saying Andrew Bacon, my GOAT, referring to the Brookline libero. And Marsha Buchanan and Ed saying Alex Magula and Warrior Naples fan club on the line. Go Brookline. Thank you guys all so much for tuning in today. Hope you've been enjoying things so far. We've got a thriller of a first set going on up to this point. Brookline leading 19-16. Alfakuri back on serve out of the timeout. Up and over, received just barely by Liu, followed up by Goldberg. Vu, the roll shot blocked, recovered by Smith, and I think that's too many hits. And it is too many hits, and Brookline reaches magic number 21st. And that's a big momentum generator. You reach 20 points, you're up by 4, but you can't count Needham out. Brookline has to keep pressing. Alfakuri's serve, received by Liu, set by Vivaldi. Vu, the spike gets through, the blocker for the kill. Vu from Vivaldi stops the Brookline streak of points, as Brookline had scored 3 unanswered to get up to 20. And now serving is Goldberg. Received by Tomer, bumped up by Smagula. Roll shot Tomer, taken by Vu, set by Vivaldi. Vu, his own roll shot, received by Alfakuri. Spiked on 2 by Smagula for the kill. Alex Smagula saying, I'm not just here for the assists, I'm also here for the kills, as he gets that one off the assist from Kais Alfakuri. This serve from Tomer, received by Goldberg, set by Vivaldi. This spike blocked, and it's blocked in by Vivars. Kristaps Vivars with his first block of the day, as Brookline continuing to press the issue here. They are 3 points away from winning the first set. Tomer serve for an ace. Boy, sometimes when you're close to a strikeout, you just bring the fastball, and that's what Tomer did there. A powerful serve could not be received there. Brookline 2 points away from taking the first set. Another powerful serve, this one received by Goldberg, followed up by Vivaldi. The spike gets through the blockers, but taken by Bacon, followed up by Tomer and bumped over by Vivars. Taken now by Liu, set by Vivaldi. Another spike, missed, no deflection off the attempted spike from Will McDonald. And Brookline now with set points at 24-17. Tomer misses long. Tried to bring the fastball again, and that time just overshot it. Now coming up to serve, Nathaniel Ross, still set point for Brookline at 24-18. Serve received awkwardly, and that's going to be an ace. We're not done yet. Nathaniel Ross with his first ace. Still set point for Brookline. This one taken by Bacon, set by Smagula. Vivar's blocked, but recovered by Bacon somehow. Taken by Vu, set by Ross. The spike deflected and received by Tomer. Set by Smagula. Vivar's the roll shot, taken by Ross. Bumped up by Goldberg. Vu taps it over, taken by Alpha Corey. Set by Smagula. Vivar's taps it, received by Ross. Set by Goldberg. Vu tries again, blocked, recovered by Vu. Received, set by Ross. Spike Vu gets through the blockers. Diving dig by Tomer. Set by Smagula. Ross, Vivar's the spike, and Vivar's ends it! What a thrilling rally! And Kristaps Vivar's ends the first set for Brookline as they take it 25-19. And boy, that is a message coming from Brookline. Because again, I've never seen in my, about 4 or 5 years now covering this Brookline boys volleyball team, I've never seen them take more than one set from Needham in a match. And everything always seemed like such a struggle against Needham, and Brookline was more in control of that set than I've ever seen them against Needham. During this break between the first and second set, I'd like to take a moment for a local charity spotlight. I'd like to tell you about the Brookline Education Foundation. Brookline Education Foundation raises funds to help promote growth and innovation among Brookline educators, growth that can then be passed on to the children of this community. For over 40 years, this foundation has given out a variety of grants across the educational landscape. These include Idea Lab grants for teachers that want to present their students with new and exciting projects, and teacher grants for educators that want to further develop their own skills to bring to the classroom. Many initiatives which have become staples in the public schools of Brookline started as BEF grants. They support literacy education training, new methods in STEM education, project-based learning, mentoring of new principals and superintendents, and collaborative work around diversity, equity, and inclusion, just to name a few. Visit brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846 to find out how you can help support our town's educators and, through them, our students. Once again, that's brooklinefoundation.org or call 617-232-3846. And you can see all that information, link and phone number, in the description section down below. Be sure to check out the Brookline Education Foundation, supporting education, so important, especially nowadays with all the talks of cuts in funding, whether at the town level or at the federal level or what have you. You know, it's more important than ever to support efforts to improve and innovate our education system. Brief political soapbox there. Going to stick to volleyball from here on out. Now as we get ready for the second set, Brookline leading 1-0. Remember, it's a best-of-5 match. You need 3 set wins to win the match. The Brookline fans bring in the noise here as we get ready to start set number 2. Alex Smagula will serve to start us off. This serve received by Goldberg, set by Ross. Smith, the spike gets through the blockers. And Needham delivers a message with the first point of this second set. You may have won the first set, but we're not backing down. Now Goldberg on serve for the Rockets. Received by Bacon, bumped up by Smagula, pushed over by Alpha-Kuri, but they call the illegal double hit on Alpha-Kuri there, and Needham takes the first 2 points of the set. Goldberg's serve taken by Tomer, set by Smagula, spike off of Corey, deflected and kept alive by Clunin, followed up and roll shot by Vu, received by Tomer, set by Smagula, spike Vivars. Kristaps Vivars right back in business here, collecting his 5th kill of the match so far as Alex Smagula gets his 10th assist here to start the second set. Vivars the serve, received by Clunin, set by Ross, spike straight down by Andrew Kurdziel. Kurdziel his 2nd kill, Ross his 4th assist. Now going on serve is number 3, Nico Viazzoli. Serve into the net. Brookline gets a free one back as they go back on serve. Liam Raybold on serve as Luca Gallucci checks in. They're actually going to have Bacon go on serve for Raybold, try and reinforce their back line by keeping Bacon back there. His serve received by Vu, set by Ross. Vu the spike, gets through the blockers. Needham attacking well. Ben Vu with 4 kills, Nathaniel Ross with 5 assists. He had just 2 assists in the entire first set, and now he's got 3 quick ones here early in the second. Vu's serve, received by Bacon, set by Smagula. Tomer the spike, dug out by Goldberg. Followed up by Viazzoli, spike by Clunin, drops in. First assist of the day for Nico Viazzoli as Matt Clunin collects his 2nd kill. Vu's serve, received by Bacon, set by Smagula. Vivars from the back. Another hard spike from Kristaps Vivars. He attacks so well from so many different places. He gets his 6th kill. Smagula, his 11th assist. Serve from Alpha-Kuri, sails long. Brookline not able to generate any momentum there, as they're going to have to get this one back on the receive before they can try and come back. Now going on serve for the Rockets, number 23, David Vulik. Vulik's serve, received by Tomer, set by Smagula, tapped down by Gallucci, dug out by Vu, set by Ross. Clunin, tapped down, deflected, taken by Alpha-Kuri, spiked onto by Smagula, but dug out by Vulik, set by Vu. Spike Clunin, blocked back, but Needham keeps it alive and they tap it over. Smagula sets, oh, and Needham touches the net, they reached over. But again, how about some of the rallies, some of the defensive efforts we've seen from both teams to keep these points alive? I mean, we're seeing such crisp offensive execution that you really got to give credit to the defense as well, you know, for facing down such strong offenses. Amir Tomer with the service error. Brookline had some trouble with this at the start of the first set with going on serve and the first serve going into the net. They got to clean that one up if they want to come back in this second set. Needham still leads by 3. Ross sends it over, dug out by Bacon, set by Smagula. Vivars again. Faced down a couple of tough blocks in that first set, but outside of that, Vivar's been borderline automatic with his spikes. He's so hard to defend as he's already got 7 kills today, and Smagula with 12 assists. Galucci the serve, received by Clunin, sent over on 2 by Ross. Clever hit by the setter Nathaniel Ross as he gets his second kill. Matt Clunin with his first assist. And Needham again goes back up by 3 as they are not letting Brookline generate any momentum, and they are holding on to this lead. Now Landon Liu on serve. And could not be dug out. Misread there as Liu gets his first ace of the day, and a timeout called by Brookline as Needham now with their biggest lead so far, and you don't want to let them generate too much momentum. Unofficial stat counts that I have for the match so far, this is just my own personal attempt at counting, it's not official. For Needham, Ben Vu with 4 kills. Nathaniel Ross, 2 kills, 5 assists, 1 ace. Luke Vivaldi, 3 assists. Matt Clunin, 2 kills, 1 assist. Jeremy Smith and Andrew Kurdziel, each with 2 kills and 1 block. Nico Viazzoli with 1 assist. And Landon Liu and Tyler Goldberg, each with 1 ace. For Brookline, Kristaps Vivars, 7 kills, 1 block. Alex Smagula, 2 kills, 12 assists. Kais Alfakuri, 1 kill, 1 assist. Amir Tomer, 2 kills, 1 ace, 1 block. Liam Rabel, 2 kills, 1 block. Lika Galucci and Andrew Bacon with 1 kill each. Serve taken by Vivars, set by Smagula, and a spike out of the middle from Rabel. That is exactly how Brookline wanted to come out of this timeout. Crisp execution to answer right back. Rabel, his 3rd kill. Smagula, assist number 13. Serve now from Smagula, received awkwardly by Liu, but kept in play by Ross, bumped over, and set up for Alfakuri. Kais Alfakuri sends it down the line for his 2nd kill of the day. Smagula, his 14th assist. Nine to 7, or actually I think it's, isn't it 9-8 at this point after that hit? Not sure. Smagula's serve dug out by Goldberg, set by Ross, spike Vu, could not be blocked back. Vu from Ross, once again they've been a lethal combination this set. Vu now with 5 kills, Ross with his 6th assist. I guess I miscounted. Serve received by Vivars, chased down by Smagula, tap over by Alfakuri, dug out by Vu, set by Ross. Spike from the back is blocked back by Rabel. Rabel with his 2nd block of the day as they were trying to set it up out of the back for Clunin, but he didn't get enough lift on that one. 10-8 the score. Serve received by Goldberg, set by Ross. Will McDonald, the spike, gets through the blockers for his 1st kill of the day. Ross gets assist number 7. 11-8, the Needham advantage here. This serve sent long. Ben Marino with a little too much lift on that one. Brookline now within 2. Andrew Bacon back on serve for the Warriors. Up and over, received by Marino, bumped up by Ross, roll shot by Vu, received by Smagula, bumped up by Bacon. Tomer, the spike off the net cord, but taken by Marino. Set by Ross, Vu the spike, and Ben Vu with yet another powerful spike from the left side. His 6th kill, Ross's 8th assist. And again, Needham not letting Brookline generate any kind of momentum to try and get back in this, as they've maintained a 3-point lead for much of this set so far. Vu the serve, dug out by Bacon, set by Smagula, spike Tomer, no deflection, it sails long. (13-9). Both teams' fan bases bringing some cheers and some chants between points here. Vu's serve, received by Bacon, awkward follow-up by Alpha Curry, long roll shot by Vars, received by Goldberg, set by Ross, tap over by Kurdziel, and Kurdziel takes care of business there for his 3rd kill. Ross assist number 9. Needham executing on their finishes a lot stronger in this set than they did in the first. Serve taken by Bacon, set by Smagula. Vivars flies his serve, ricochets off the ceiling, but it's followed up by Ross and bumped over by Clunan. Taken by Vivars, set by Smagula. Tomer this time, deflected and taken by Marino, set by Vu. Spike Clunan deflected, received by Vivars, set by Smagula. Vivars flies again, and Vivars sends it right down Broadway for the kill. Vivars now 8 kills. Smagula 15 assists. First proper kill in a little while for Brookline as they're trying to get back in this one. Serve Alpha Curry, dug out by Marino, bumped up by Ross, spike Clunan, received by Bacon off the ceiling. It's followed up by Gallucci, punched over by Vivars, dug out by Marino, followed up by Kurdziel, spike Clunan misses wide. Again, strong efforts from both sides to just keep the point alive, but ultimately the mistake on the hit by Clunan ends it. Alpha Curry back on serve. His team trails by 3. Received by Goldberg, set by Ross. Clunan the roll shot, received by Alpha Curry, sent over on 2 by Smagula. Alex Smagula delivers again his 3rd kill, as Alpha Curry gets his 2nd assist. (14-12) now, and Alpha Curry sends it into the net. Once again, Brookline finds themselves trailing by 3, as they've been struggling to get any closer than that throughout this 2nd set. Vulik back on serve for the Rockets. Received by Vivars, set by Smagula. Tomer delivers. Hand to hardwood once again from Amir Tomer, as they cut it back down to 2. Tomer his 3rd kill. Smagula assist number 16. 15-13. Tomer serve, received by Goldberg, set by Ross. Spike Smith blocked, recovered by Vu. Set by Ross. Clunan this time blocked again. Oh, they say that Brookline touched the net. Alex Smagula almost had the block there, but instead Needham takes the point and goes back up by 3 once again. Ross the serve, received by Tomer, set by Smagula. Vivars the spike, another kill for Kristaps Vivars, as Brookline's strong hitting is still keeping them in this. 9 kills for Vaivars, 17 assists for Smagula. Now Luka Galucci on serve. His serve received by Clunin, set by Ross. McDonald, the tap blocked back by Vaivars, but dug out by Goldberg. Set by Ross, spike Clunin, and it could not be received. Clunin from Ross again, 3rd kill for Clunin, 10th assist for Ross. After again, he had just 2 in the first set. And that really speaks in a broader sense to how much more smoothly Needham has been executing on their hits this set. Liu on serve for the Rockets. Off the net cord, but taken by Vaivars, set by Smagula. Alpha Curry taps it off the net cord for the kill. Seemed like Alpha Curry was a bit off on the timing of his jump there. Might not have gotten the exact hit he wanted, but still able to make something out of it by tapping it off the net cord for his 3rd kill. Smagula with 18 assists now goes on serve. Dug out by Goldberg, sent over on 1, sent back on 1 by Vaivars. A huge spike from Kristaps Vaivars for kill number 10 as he cuts the lead down to 1. For the first time in a long time for Brookline, they have a chance to tie. Smagula's serve received by Goldberg, set by Ross. Vu, the spike blocked back by Alpha Curry. Huge block from the sophomore to tie things up, and a timeout is called by Needham. Sammy Green in the live chat saying serve receive needs to tighten up a little bit. And you're certainly right about that, Sammy. There've definitely been a few sequences where Brookline has, had a less than ideal first hit. And, then the burden falls on the second hitter, usually Smagula, to try and put things in a good spot to get it over. But overall, I think Brookline doing a pretty strong job on that one. The service consistency could certainly use a little more work for Brookline, but part of that is, you compare with how consistent Needham has been on their serves. Very few service errors for the Rockets throughout this match so far. But still, a good observation as serve and receive, it's the foundation of everything. It sets every other touch in motion, those first 2 touches. Out of the timeout, Smagula's serve, taken by Goldberg, set by Ross Smith. The spike deflected and taken by Alpha Curry, close to the net. And Smagula follows it up off the net cord. What's Alpha Curry doing? He thought it went fully over the net, and so that counted as resetting the hit count. He was not correct. Misunderstood the situation there. And so Needham gets a free point there. They go back up, but they give it right back. Right after I talked about how consistent their serving has been, Goldberg sends it into the net. Kind of bails Brookline out of their mistake as they're tied back up at 18. Vaivars the serve, received by Goldberg, set by Ross. McDonald taps it over, taken by Bacon, set by Smagula. Vaivars drops down the back line for the kill. Boy, I know it sounds so obvious to say, but every time Vaivars hits it, just moves so fast. It's just a blur. And he sails that serve long. We remain tied at 19 going into the final stretch of this second set. Will Needham tie things up, or will Brookline come within 1 set of winning it? On serve now is Viazzoli. Taken by Bacon, set by Smagula, tap by Alpha Corey is blocked, but blocked wide. Alpha Corey with kill number 4 as Alec Smagula collects assist number 20 on the day. Bacon serve, received by Goldberg, set by Ross, spike Vu, blocked back, but recovered. Followed up by Clunan, pushed over by Vu, but an illegal underhit on Needham. Couple of big points here from Brookline, as they've now got a multi-point lead heading down the final stretch. Andrew Bacon now going on serve for the Warriors, 21-19. Received by Goldberg, set by Ross, quick spike out of the middle by Kurdziel to answer right back. Great hang time out of the middle by Kurdziel to throw off the timing of the blockers for his 4th kill. Ross with his 11th assist. Now Vu on serve for the Rockets. Taken by Bacon, sets Smagula. Spike Tomer is blocked wide. Brookline answers back to stay ahead, but it's still anyone's set here as Tomer gets his 4th kill. Smagula his 21st assist. Alpha Corey the serve, received by Goldberg, set by Ross. Clunan the spike, received by Bacon off the ceiling, followed up by Tomer, and Smagula spikes it over, taken by Goldberg, set by Ross. Clunan the spike, blocked back, recovered, kept alive, punched, not over. Needham was fighting hard to get back after that block from Brookline's front line, but that 3rd hit just would not roll over the net. 23-20, Brookline 2 points away from winning their 2nd set. Alpha Curry serve into the net. Again, still anyone's set here. Brookline with the advantage. They lead by 2, but Needham needs just 2 points to tie it up and turn it into a win by 2 situation. Vulik comes back in to serve for the Rockets at this most critical juncture. Serve is long. Vulik hits that one and subs back out for Kurdziel. As they got to make sure they do the sub appropriately, but Brookline with set point, with a chance to go up 2-0 against a team that I have never seen them take more than 1 set off of. Amir Tomer serving for the set. Serve off the ceiling for the ace. Amir Tomer delivers Brookline the set-winning point. And for the first time in at least this decade, Brookline has taken a 2nd set off of the Needham Rockets. Amir Tomer with his 2nd ace of the day there. And Brookline, after winning the 2nd set 25-21, they are on the verge of something that would have been unheard of even just last year. Brookline is on the verge of sweeping Needham. Individual stats so far for Brookline: Kristaps Vaivars, 11 kills, 1 block. Alex Smagula, 3 kills, 21 assists. Kais Alfakuri, 4 kills, 2 assists, 1 block. Amir Tomer, 4 kills, 2 aces, 1 block. Liam Raybold, 3 kills, 2 blocks. Andrew Bacon and Luca Gallucci with 1 kill each. For Needham, Ben Vu with 6 kills. Nathaniel Ross, 2 kills, 11 assists, 1 ace. Andrew Kurdziel, 4 kills, 1 block. Matt Clunin, 3 kills, 1 assist. Jeremy Smith, 2 kills, 1 block. Luke Vivaldi, 3 assists. Landon Liu and Tyler Goldberg with 1 ace each. Will McDonald, 1 kill. And Nico Viazzoli, 1 assist. Now we get ready to start the third, possibly final set of this match. Brookline leading Needham 2-0. Might up the brightness just a smidge here. I think that's too much. I think I'm going to lower it back down. Sorry about that. Let's keep it where it is. Here we go. Landon Liu to start us off on serve for Needham. The third set begins. Serve received a bit awkwardly by Tomer, followed up by Bacon off the ceiling, and they could not get it over. Alpha Curry's third hit landed in one of the ball baskets over there behind the scorer's table, but that's not where you want to hit it. Liu's serve, received by Tomer, set by Smigula, spike Vivars. Once again, Kristaps Vivars. This time out of the front middle on this one. Nice decoy on his left by, I think, Raybold. 12 kills for Vivars, 22 assists for Smigula. As Smigula now goes on serve, it's received by Clunin, set by Ross. Spike Smith is blocked back. Liam Raybold again on the block. Three blocks today for Liam Raybold. Leads Brookline in that category as Smigula serves again, received by Clunin, bumped up by Goldberg. Long roll shot by Vu, received by Smigula, bumped up by Bacon. Tap over by Alpha Curry, dug out by Goldberg, set by Ross. Vu, the roll shot, received by Smigula, set by Bacon. Vivars the spike, deflected and taken by Vu, set by Ross. McDonald punches it over, received by Smigula again, bumped up by Bacon. Spike Alpha Curry, he sails it long. One of the things that was tough for Brookline there was that Alex Smigula got almost every first hit in that sequence. And if that was intentional by Needham, then it was brilliant strategy. Goldberg serve, received by Bacon, set by Smigula. Raybold delivers with a hard spike out of the middle. Fourth kill for the Brookline junior middle blocker, Liam Raybold. And 23 assists for Alec Smigula. Vivars the serve, received by Clunin, set by Ross, tap over by Kurdziel, deflected, kept alive by Raybold, followed up by Bacon, and Tomer's spike could not get over. A tense start to this one, all tied up at 3 apiece, as Viazzoli subs in for Needham to go on serve. This serve taken by Vivars, and just too close to the net on that first hit, and Brookline could not clean things up. Viazzoli sends it into the net. We remain tied at 4. Oh, Sammy Green correcting me in the live chat, saying that Brookline took 2 sets off Needham at home last year, but couldn't finish the job. Serve from Bacon, received by Goldberg, set by Ross. Long spike misses wide from Viazzoli. So thank you very much for the correction there, Sammy. I always appreciate more information. I'm not too proud to be corrected, so I appreciate the audience helping me out where they can. Bacon the serve, dug out by Goldberg, set by Ross, spike Kurdziel, received by Vivars, set by Smigula, roll shots Tomer, taken by Goldberg, set by Ross, spike Vu, blocked back, barely recovered by Needham, they're keeping it alive, it's tapped down by Kurdziel, but received by Smigula, set by Bacon, long spike Vivars, dug out by Goldberg, followed up by Kurdziel, long roll shot by Vu, received by Gallucci, set by Smigula, spike Alpha Curry is blocked but recovered by Gallucci, and it's bumped over by Alpha Curry, received by Viazzoli, set by Ross, Kurdziel blocked, but he recovers it, taken now by and bumped over by Goldberg, received by Smigula, set by Bacon, pushed over by Alpha Curry, received by Ross, set by Goldberg, too close to the net, and it's tapped down by Alpha Curry. Boy, these long rallies are making me dizzy. I don't know about you guys. These two teams going full force, getting everyone involved. Serve from Bacon, received by Vu, set by Ross, spike Kurdziel. And Kurdziel delivers with the kill there, his 5th of the day, 12th assist for Nathaniel Ross. Vu on serve, received by Bacon, set by Smigula, tapped down by Alpha Curry, dug out by Vu, set by Ross. Clunan the spike, blocked back, kept alive by Kurdziel, followed up by Clunan. Spike blocked again, but again Needham keeps it alive. Clunan the roll shot, received by Smigula, set by Bacon. Tomer the spike through the blockers. Another thrilling rally, this one ends with a kill for Tomer off the assist from Andrew Bacon this time. First assist for the Brookline libero. Serve now Alpha Curry, taken by Goldberg, set by Ross, spike Kurdziel, blocked back. That was either Gallucci or Tomer. Let's take a look at the replay. I think it was Tomer who got that block there. I'm going to give it to Tomer for now, his 2nd block of the day. Serve Alpha Curry, taken by Goldberg, sent over on 2 by Ross. Nathaniel Ross, his 3rd kill, as Goldberg gets his 1st assist. 8-6, the Brookline lead here in set number 3. Vulik the serve, received by Vivars, bumped up by Smigula. Tomer the spike. Was there a deflection? Yes, there was. Sixth kill for Tomer, 24th assist for Smigula. Or wait, they were chanting you can't do that, which tells me they touched the net, which says it's not a kill. Folks, one thing to note, if you think I should raise the brightness of the screen here, just let me know in the live chat. I'll keep an eye out for your comments. Tomer the serve. Vu touches it and can't be followed up. Ben Vu couldn't get out of the way of that one as the top spin dropped it in for Amir Tomer's third service ace of the day, and Needham calls timeout as Brookline leads by 4, 10-6. Susie Q in the live chat letting me know the brightness is good. Thank you very much. Sometimes it's going to be a little tough for me to tell. I try to keep my brightness down on my laptop screen to save battery. And so sometimes I can't tell if it's just my screen or if it doesn't look as good for you guys. So I appreciate the feedback. (10-6), the Brookline advantage as we come out of the timeout. Amir Tomer back on serve after he just got his third service ace of the match. But he sends this one into the net. Ross now on serve, received by Bacon, set by Smagula. Vivar's tap over. Oh, they say he missed wide. Boy, I thought that one dropped inside the far sideline, or that, near sideline rather, but I guess not. Serve received by Bacon, set by Smagula. Vivar's deflected and taken by Vu, followed up off the ceiling by Ross. The spike by Clunan gets through for the kill. 3 quick points out of the timeout for Needham as they cut Brookline's lead down to 1. 4 kills for Clunan now, and a timeout called by Brookline. Four kills for Clunan, 13 assists for Nathaniel Ross. As this one getting close here in the third set. Ten to 9 out of the timeout. We saw Needham adjusted well out of their timeout. Can Brookline adjust as well? Serve taken just barely by Bacon, set by Smagula. Tap over by Vivars, received by Ross, set by Goldberg. Clunan the spike, dug out by Tomer. Spiked on 2 by Smagula, received by Vu, set by Ross. McDonald pushes it over, taken by Bacon, set by Smagula. Vivars the spike deflected, chased down by Goldberg, could not be followed up. Once again, we saw great defensive efforts from both teams there, but ultimately, Vivars with lucky kill number 13 on that play as Smagula gets his 24th assist. Serve received, sent over on 2 by Ross, dug out by Alpha Corey, spiked back by Clunan. Matt Clunan starting to step things up here in the third set. He's now got 5 kills. And it's once again a 1-point game here in the third set. We cycle back around to Landon Liu on serve. Taken by Tomer, bumped up by Smagula, spike by Vars, deflected. Got the deflection off the blocker's fingertips. A good decision to go a little bit higher with that spike, given how far back he was. It just barely got it off the blocker's fingertips. for his 14th kill. Now Smagula on serve for the Warriors. This one received by Clunin, set by Ross. Spike blocked by Raybold. 4 blocks today for Liam Raybold. (13-10), and this serve off the net court dug out by Goldberg, set by Ross. Spike Vu blocked. Vu recovers, set by Ross. McDonald tries, deflected, and the deflection does not work out for Brookline. Will McDonald with his 2nd kill. Ross with his 14th assist. (13-11). Goldberg the serve, received by Tomer, set by Smagula. Vivars the spike, gets through the blockers. Such power on the hits from Kristaps Vivars, who now has 15 kills so far today. He's almost matched the 17 kills that he had in their playoff matchup last year, as this serve will go for an ace. Strong serve from Kristaps Vivars for his first ace of the day. This serve taken by Goldberg, set by Ross. McDonald lifts the roll shot too high, and that's a byproduct of how strong the Brookline blockers have been, that he sailed that one that high. Vivars still on serve, but Brookline with their biggest lead of this set so far. They're up by 5. Vivars sends that one too far. This serve drops in. That's just a bad watch from the Brookline back line. And honestly, pretty good placement on the serve from Nico Viazzoli, who gets his first ace of the day. This one received by Bacon, set by Smagula. Spike by Raybold. Needham was protesting that one, looked like, as that one very close to the sideline, but they give it to Raybold there for his 5th kill and Smagula's 27th assist. Bacon serve, received by Kurtziel, set by Ross. Spike Vu, dug out and sent over on one by Bacon. Received, set by Ross. Spike Kurtziel, he missed it wide. Andrew Bacon, the MVP of that point, with a spectacular dig on the first spike to keep Brookline alive. Long enough for Needham to make a mistake, and another timeout called. Sammy Green in the live chat saying Needham body language doesn't look good. This one's over. And I will say, Sammy, that high hit from Will McDonald, hitting as if he was, he seemed like it was an intimidation factor of the blockers there that caused him to miss that one, which again reflects on, like you said, the mentality of what's going on at this point in the match. But, Needham is a strong program. They've earned the right to never be counted out, no matter how far down they may be in a match. But certainly things looking really good for Brookline, up 2-0 and up 5 points here in the 3rd and possibly final set. Bacon serve, received by Viazzoli, set by Ross, tapped over by Kurtziel, chased down by Connor Christopher as they set up for a roll shot from Tomer. Received by Clunin, set by Ross, spiked by Vu. and Vu couldn't get it over as they're called for 4 hits. It's Connor Christopher taking that right side hitter spot for Brookline here late in the 3rd set, his first action of the day. Bacon serve received by Viazzoli, set by Ross. Spike gets through from Marino. First kill of the day for Ben Marino as Ross gets his 15th assist. 19-14. Marino going on serve now for the Rockets. This serve taken by Vaivar, set by Smagula. Christopher the spike. Connor Christopher with his first kill of the day as Brookline reaches that magical number 20. 28 assists now for Alec Smagula. Christopher now on serve. Received by Viazzoli, sent over on 2 by Ross, received by Bacon, set by Smagula. Vaivar's out of the back. Another patented Kristaps Vaivar's thunderclap gives him kill number 16 and Smagula assist number 29. I only just recently started being able to keep track of assists, so I've never seen anyone get 30 for Brookline before just because I haven't been able to keep count, as that hit misses wide, trying to send it over. 22-14, Brookline firmly in control here in set number 3. And as I was talking about the assist counts, if anyone knows what Alex Smagula's personal best for total assists in a match is, let me know, as that's a service ace for Connor Christopher. Christopher making an impact with his first ace. Brookline so firmly in control right now. They're up by 9 and they're 2 points away from the sweep. Serve taken by Marino and could not be chased down, as that's another ace for Connor Christopher. Coming off the bench, he's trying to end it himself as he gets his 2nd ace. Brookline with match point. And Christopher foot faults. Tossed it out too far. He got too excited. And it's 24-15. Still match point for Brookline. But if they want to win it here, they'll have to do it on the receive. Vulik on serve for the Rockets. Brookline trying to defeat Needham for the first time in I don't even know how long. And they did it! The serve goes long, and Brookline wins the match. The final score here at Schluntz Gym. The Brookline High Warriors, 3 sets. The Needham High Rockets, none. Set scores 25-19, 25-21, 25-15. And boy, you talk about the changing of the tides. Needham's such a strong historic program. They've had the entirety of Division I in a vice grip over the past 4 years. But now, Brookline defeating the Rockets in straight sets, looking every bit like the team that was ranked first in the Boston Globe's preseason rankings as they collect their 2nd signature win in 2 weeks. They swept Natick last week, and they sweep Needham this week. Incredible. Final stats for this one. For Brookline, Kristaps Vaivars with a team-leading 16 kills to go with 1 ace and 1 block. Alex Magula with 3 kills and a team-leading 29 assists. Liam Raybold with 5 kills and a team-high 4 blocks. Amir Tomer with a team-high 3 aces to go with 5 kills and 2 blocks. Kais Alfakuri with 5 kills, 2 assists, and 1 block. Connor Christopher with 1 kill and 2 aces. Andrew Bacon with 1 kill and 1 assist. And Luca Gallucci with 1 kill. For Needham, Ben Vu with a team-leading 6 kills. Nathaniel Ross with 3 kills, a team-leading 15 assists, and 1 ace. Andrew Kurtzio with 5 kills and 1 block. Matt Clunan with 5 kills and 1 assist. Luke Vivaldi with 3 assists. Jeremy Smith, 2 kills, 1 block. Will McDonald, 2 kills. Tyler Goldberg, 1 ace and 1 assist. Same for Nico Viazzoli, 1 ace, 1 assist. Landon Liu with 1 ace. Ben Marino with 1 kill. And that is going to do it. Brookline improves to 5-0 on the season, while Needham falls to 4-2. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Remember, if you enjoyed this live stream, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Thank you to all those who provided such helpful and positive notes throughout this match in the live chat today. Remember, after this live stream is over, you can leave any additional messages in the comments section down below. And you can also go down below to the description section of this video where you can find the link and phone number for our local charity spotlight, the Brookline Education Foundation. And you can also find some links related to me, my personal website, jessesports.com, where you can find out more about me, the freelance sports broadcasting services that I provide to various teams, and how you can commission those services for your favorite team. Or if you want to skip past all that, you can email me directly with any questions, requests, or comments you may have. And don't forget to follow me on social media on Instagram and Facebook, where I post highlights from previous live streams. But for this live stream, that's going to do it. The times, they seem to be a-changing. Brookline 3, Needham 0. Set scores 25-19, 25-21, 25-15. From Schlentz Gym in Brookline, Massachusetts, I am Jesse Mayfield-Sheehan. Thank you all for watching, and have a good night.